Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends series, ToyBiz Marvel Legends 20th Anniversary Series 1. This is the Hulk figure, which has released overseas and as well as Canada, where I got my figure from ToySnowman.com. Link in the video description below for my referral link, which will give you a 5% off coupon code that you'll find in your Frost Rewards section. And then just a heads up with Toy Snowman, they are based in Canada, but the awesome thing is for any order of $99 or more, you actually get free shipping to the US and everything. And then for every order that you place, you actually build up rewards points that you can then use and turn into additional coupon codes to save even more money off of every offer. So toysnowman.com. He did have Hulk in stock. However, he has since sold out, but has another order that's going to be coming hopefully soon. As of Monday, the day that you guys will see this video, it'll be going up late or super early Monday. He'll have a better idea of an ETA on his next batch. But right now on the website, it is a pre-order, but lock in your order now so you can get in on that next batch, which probably won't take very long. So just a heads up, toysnowman.com. Again, link in the video description below for a 5% off coupon code using my referral link in your Frost Rewards. So head over to toysnowman.com. But here we have the Hulk figure looking pretty awesome. Now the card is the same. It is the same size as like the Captain America and Iron Man figures. So as you can see there, card is the exact same size, but it's oversized from the normal like vintage or retro figures. So that's how it can fit this Hulk in there, and it is pretty awesome. And they are utilizing every bit of space. Of course, it is much thicker, as you can see, like the effect piece back here in the hands. Back there in the corner, just some crazy stuff, but he looks really good. The head sculpts I know are not people's favorites. They are not my favorite. I think this one is actually my favorite here. This is the one that came in the 2-pack with Wolverine, but there are some cool things, some updated things that they did to this figure to make it a little bit different. But the two head sculpts have some awesome paint details on there that we'll talk about. And we get a few different accessories, but here we have the 20, it says 20 years here because it is the 20th anniversary of the ToyBiz Marvel Legends Series 1, so we get that old school Marvel Legends logo there. Series 1 up at the top, Marvel, the old school throwback packaging with all those different logos on the side there. Here on the back of the package, we have a look at the figure. It looks like a 3D render because the coloring does seem a little bright compared to what the actual figure is. You see the stand with that card back there. The bio, which isn't really a bio, it just says, for 20 years, the Marvel Legends series has brought the iconic characters and storylines of the Marvel Universe to fans worldwide. To celebrate the 2002 ToyBiz debut release, Marvel Legends proudly presents the 20th Anniversary Series 1 featuring Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, and Toad. And we still have not yet seen Toad, hopefully soon, but I'm going to rip this thing open and get Hulk out of the package, and it's going to hurt me to rip it open, but I will eventually get a hold of a second one to hang on the wall. But here we go. Okay, so here's the Hulk figure out of the package. Normally I wouldn't kind of do this view, but this image popped up into my head. I'm like, man, I got to kind of put it together and do something before I kind of move on with the review and everything. It's not usually how I do the reviews, but this Hulk is a lot of fun. It's nothing like super crazy or anything because we got a couple of different versions of this Hulk. If you have the Compound Hulk version, you're good, right? Or if you have the 80th Anniversary 2-pack with Wolverine, you're good. Or if you got the San Diego Comic-Con retro card one, you're good. I have that one, but I don't have a second one out of package. I did at one time, but I never opened it, and I guess I sold it off and I had forgotten about it. But this is a really fun one. But again, it's not anything crazy new or anything, but the head sculpts are super expressive, which are really cool. And actually the head sculpts are really, really growing on me, but the effect pieces are really, well, I don't even know if you would call it effect piece, but this broken ground piece right here, that's a whole lot of fun. You can do a whole lot of really cool things. So that's actually a huge highlight in this 2-pack for me. Which I will show you guys here. But let's get a closer look at the accessories. So we'll take a look at this thing, and then we'll take a closer look at the figure, do the comparisons, all that good stuff, the articulation, all of that. Okay, so here are all the different accessories that come with this Hulk figure. We get the 2 interchangeable head sculpts, so we have the more screaming head and the more calm, relaxed. I mean, it's Hulk, so it wouldn't really be calm or relaxed, but the not as angry face, I would say. We get this busted-ass Mandroid head sculpt that is a different color. It's got gold, but we got some battle damage, so there's like oil or something over here. We got a cracked visor there in the front, so that looks pretty cool. We get a pair of fists, because the figure in package comes with the open hands already on there, but we have these fists there. We get this awesome like ground punch, like broken piece here. This is actually pretty cool. It is quite rubbery and stuff. There's a couple of different pegs on there to peg in figures. So you got one here, and then one here as well. And we get this nice like translucent bright green like explosion effect pieces coming out of there, so that looks really cool. So a lot of cool things can happen with this, you know, that I probably wouldn't be the best at and most creative, but I know a lot of folks are going to do some really cool things. The paintwork on this thing is pretty incredible, actually. It's not just like a flat gray color or anything like that. It does have like a rocky surface in terms of the texture and things, and then the paint shading and everything on there, so that is really cool. We get the stand here, the old school Marvel Legends stand, as you can see there with the old school logo. We get the comic book cover on one side, as the Series 1 ToyBiz figure came with a comic book, and then on the back side we have kind of that diorama type piece. I'd have to go back and see exactly what like diorama stand piece that came with that Series 1 figure, but here it looks like a busted ass wall, the busted fire hydrant, you got a street sign, no parking sign, things like that, but that looks really cool. And again, this just fits right into that stand there, and of course the figure. I wanted to get in for a close look so you could really see like the rocky texture, the cracks and everything in the pavement, the different color and shading that's kind of throughout, so it doesn't just look flat and cheap or anything like that. Looking at these rounded out edges there, a nice shading in there, all looks really good. Again, that translucent green effect pieces kind of around the smashed portion. But it all looks really good. Really, really like the way that came out. Taking a closer look at the Mandroid head sculpt. You can see the crack in the visor there. Just some black lines in there that painted on for the crack, and then just like oil splatter or something there. And then here is that other head sculpt there. And what's crazy about these head sculpts is like the bloodshot eyes, which are like insane, as you can see there. And the way they do this is this figure does use the digital print tech, so that's how you can get such a clean paint job on the eyes. So he's got the green eyes, but the bloodshot red in there just looks really, really cool. Some green highlights in the hair and stuff as well. The two head sculpts actually use different hair. Usually we'll see like same hair with different heads, but they actually do have different hair, so that's pretty cool. Looking at this head sculpt here, same thing. We get those bloodshot eyes there. Just looks really, really nice. And again, I know these aren't people's favorite Hulk head sculpts, but I do think they look really good. We get a little bit of a darker color for the lip on this one, it looks like. Nice clean white for the teeth there, but it's done in a very dark green, which is a little thrown off due to all the shading and stuff on the figure. You get a darker green base and then a lighter green shading over it to kind of show off some highlights of the figure. And because the head sculpt doesn't actually get any of that, the head sculpt looks like a much darker green, and it does throw it off a little bit. I will be honest there, but the head sculpts do look really good. I think it's just a little thrown off by the color. You do get some green highlights in the hair as well. Now let's see the rest of the figure. Okay, so looking at the Hulk figure, you can see the different color of greens in here. You get a darker, much darker green base, and then you get the lighter green added on to show off the, you know, the muscle definition in there, as you can see there, as well as on the bicep, the shoulder, the biceps, the forearms, the hands, and the feet. The legs actually don't get it so much. So if you look at like the green of the leg with the green of the head sculpt, it is pretty damn similar. It's just the head sculpt doesn't get any of that same shading or anything like that to bring out the brightness of those colors. So you know, there, one big difference with this Hulk compared to the 2-pack version, and forgive me, I don't have the Comic Con version to show you guys, but we get a much darker purple color for the pants, and we actually get some shading in here, a little bit of a light purple color in the front of his pants, to kind of show some of that texture in there as well. So again, more added paint details that we got going in there. And then the other is the tattered pant portion, like along here on the waist, that has been added, whereas this one does not have that. We get that same tattered look on the holes here on his left leg. The bottom leg portions are all tattered. We get all that white paint added there. They actually continued it onto the back of the figure. We don't normally see that. So we got some of that tattered white paint along the back of the figure, not along the back of the pants though, so it just stops there. Then it looks kind of plain there, which is kind of weird. You think they would have continued it, but you know, back of the figure, that's the kind of thing we tend to get. So that, you know, sucks a little bit there. Looking at the back, we don't get any of that lighter green through most of his back. Here at the top of the shoulders, we actually do. The back of the arms, you get it as well. But again, this back portion did not get any of that there. So there is the Hulk. Now let's see his articulation. Okay, so Hulk's articulation, he can look down only so much. He can look up, not really, but who's he gonna look up to? Not really anybody. He's gonna have to really look down to everybody, basically. Full rotation in there. You get some crazy neck pivot going on with the head. And I forgot to show off this head sculpt a little bit more. It's gonna be the same points of articulation on this guy, moving around like so, as you can see there. Let's get the shoulder. You can get the arm to go out that much there. Full rotation, of course. There is the butterfly joint, so you can get that arm to go back a crazy amount. The butterfly joint does not come forward because you would have to cut into his pec, and that would look very, very odd. You have an upper bicep swivel in there. Single jointed elbow with a swivel at the elbow as well. And for the bend, you get a little bit less than 90 degrees. That's unfortunate, but he's kind of a big-ass dude with some big-ass muscles. Wrists swivel, and they do hinge. Standard horizontal hinge. Swivel there. We have a diaphragm cut for the torso, so he can pivot to his left that much. He can pivot to his right that much. He can come forward and a little bit. Going back a little bit more. Waist swivel on this guy. Legs go out that far apart, as you can see there. You can kick forward only so much, but if you turn it a little bit, you can get it to go a little bit further out. Of course, upper thigh cut in there. Double jointed knee, like so. There is no calf swivel or anything like that, but ankle hinge all the way down. Foot comes up a little bit, ankle pivot, and peg holes at the bottom of the feet. So again, if you have this version or some of the other versions of Hulk, whether it's Gray Hulk, Compound Hulk, 80th Anniversary Hulk, or the San Diego Comic-Con Hulk, or now this Marvel ToyBiz Series 1 Anniversary Hulk, that makes 6 different Hulk figures to utilize this body, but we get 2 new head sculpts here, which look really good. And so this is kind of the first... Not the first, because the San Diego Comic-Con would be the first single-carded release of this Hulk type with this body. But a lot of folks have really wanted a single-release Hulk figure that they could get a hold of, because the San Diego Comic-Con one, that was difficult. I think the only reason why I was able to get mine is because I actually went to that particular Comic-Con and was able to get the Hulk figure. So... I think people are going to be happy to actually get the single-carded release here. Whether they really like the head sculpts or not, I do think these are really good ones. So I am going to try something I don't normally do too often, is some head swaps. So I will swap this head sculpt onto here, and we'll see if it works. It's going to be of a brighter green, but maybe it'll work. Let's take a look. Okay, so I wanted to give you guys a good look at this head sculpt, since I didn't really show you guys that a couple of minutes ago, but there is that. But let's go ahead and pop that head sculpt off. Let's pop this one off there, and let's fit this one on here. And it doesn't really work. It's a super bright green where it matches some of the shading and stuff, but when you look at right here along the neckline with that darker green, it doesn't really work. But what I do kind of like about it is that it gives Hulk a little bit of a neck, whereas I think these new head sculpts just kind of don't do that. But let's take a look if this is something that would work out. I'm sure it won't. Yeah. Nah. That green's just too dark, and you can see the head fits so much lower on the ball peg. At least the shirt ain't going to be coming off. That's the problem with this one, right? You could have done that. The shirt would have fallen off. But with these head sculpts going so far down on that neck peg, it holds that shirt right in place. So there's that. But we're going to switch these back because, yeah, not really feeling it too much. The only thing, again, I like is it gives Hulk a little bit of a neck, whereas these new head sculpts really don't give him a neck because they just sit all the way down to where he doesn't have that neck. Okay, so I wasn't going to grab every Hulk figure to show you guys the side-by-side comparisons. I had the Compound Hulk figure handy. Then we have the new 20th anniversary. We have the 2-pack from the 80th anniversary line. So lots of different Hulks. And I forgot one. We had Red Hulk. So we have these 3 Hulks, plus the San Diego Comic-Con Hulk, plus Gray Hulk, plus Red Hulk makes 6 figures. Is that right? So 3, Comic-Con, Gray, and Red Hulk. Okay, so this is the 6th figure. It was that right. I just don't think I mentioned Red Hulk earlier. Maybe I'm losing my mind. Not sure. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And because I'm fortunate to still actually have the Ulick figure in my hand, here is the upcoming Walmart exclusive Ulick figure next to the new 20th anniversary Marvel Legends Hulk figure. And again, Ulick is going to be going up for pre-order March 24th during the Walmart Collector Con. It will be online only. You will not find Ulick in stores. So remember that. Make sure you pre-order him March 24th during the Walmart Collector Con. Okay, so here are the 3 20th anniversary Series 1 figures that are available. First, I got the Iron Man figure courtesy of Toy Snowman. I was able to get my order in. He shipped out super quick. Then he let me know of the Captain America figure, which I was able to get my order in and got super fast. And now I got the Hulk figure. So I have gotten all 3 from ToySnowman.com. Again, they are a Canadian-based online toy retailer. So you can go to the website, link in the video description below for my referral link, which will give you a 5% off coupon for new users. So when you create your account, you're signing up for the Frost Rewards program. Every order that you place, you will build up rewards points, which then you can use and turn into coupon codes. And again, remember, any order over $99 will get free shipping within Canada and the US. So if you're ordering a couple of figures, maybe 3 figures, 4 figures, whatever the case may be, you get free shipping to the US. And you know what? Shipping to the US from Canada really doesn't take all that long. Like Hulk, it shipped out Tuesday. I got it today, Saturday. The Captain America figure, it shipped out on a Monday, and I got it on a Friday. So it's crazy how fast some of those could go. But again, referral link in the video description below to save 5% off from ToySnowman.com. Free shipping on orders of $99 or more. A free reward system set up. Check it out, ToySnowman.com. But one of the things that I wanted to mention is it's interesting that these 2 cards, Iron Man and Captain America, had these round edges of the cards, whereas Hulk did not. We got the sharp corner edges, and I don't know why that would be the case. Kind of interesting, but probably not really. And while I'm at it, while I have the 3 figures here, Captain America is still my favorite amongst these 3 because this damn figure is so nice. Iron Man is cool. Hulk I like more than Iron Man, but they just give such an awesome presentation when they're in package on card. But having like its own little display with these 3 figures with their display stands, and then the Toad figure, whenever that comes out, whenever we get to see it, it's going to be pretty awesome having a full shelf dedicated to the 4. I don't have any shelves available to do that. I still have to figure out how I'm going to display these things, but displaying them with the stands and the card back like that, I think it is going to look awesome for anyone's collection. If you guys have some of these figures, all these figures, let me know in the comments below. Tag me on Instagram or send me through DM or something. I'm curious. I want to see kind of what you guys are doing because there's going to be some awesome displays with these figures, and I can't wait to see and check out some of them. You know, I'm not entirely certain why, as an accessory, we got a Mandroid Build-A-Figure head, you know, redecoed for an accessory. You know, it could be a damaged robot, it could be anything. It may not purposely be used with the Mandroid Build-A-Figure. It's just something additional that we got. This head sculpt came with the Marvel Now Captain America, which is actually a really good figure. So it's kind of weird. Now I know it fits because it's the same exact thing. It's the head sculpt, but the way this head fit inside of this body, I don't even know how you can pop off this head. I'm gonna have to kind of play around with it and see, so we can take a look at, you know, what it looks like. Okay, so I was able to get the Build-A-Figure head sculpt off of there, and then I popped on this new one there. It sits super low, and I don't remember if it's exactly supposed to have been like that, but it looks a little funny. And it's weird that they included it. You know, I'm not sure how that decision came about to say, hey, let's include this head sculpt that is super old. But it's a nice little throwback because this Build-A-Figure came out with Captain America and the Winter Soldier. So that wave came out in, what, 2014 or 2013? So that would have been, you know, 6, 8 to 9 years ago? God, was it that long? Yeah, 2014, right? Man, that's crazy. So there it is. Interesting. Okay, so here to end the review, it is a solid release, one that I am very happy with, and I can't wait to get another to keep it on card so I can have all three hanging on the wall together, and it's going to look awesome on top of them looking awesome together on a shelf out of the package, on the cards, on the stands with the card backs and everything. Here is one last look at the Hulk before we end this review. You know, again, creative minds are going to do some awesome things with this little piece here. I have him right now just kind of stomping down, and that can kind of, you know, shoots the ground up on how you want to do it, what you can do with it. I'm really curious, and I'm excited to see what a lot of you guys are going to be coming up with this thing. This thing is really awesome, and I really like that they included something like that as opposed to just, you know, the Hulk figure, which we've gotten a few times. So we, you know, there's new interesting things here. You know, like the Captain America figure, lots of accessories to make it feel super new. The paint on it was, you know, unparalleled. Excuse the pun, but it truly is unparalleled for that Captain America on the paint apps. Iron Man, you know, I felt was a little lacking in terms of accessories and stuff. The wash and everything was a nice touch, but we didn't get enough new to it, if that makes sense. Here, this thing is awesome. That's new. This might not be new, but it's cool that we got something kind of old school from Marvel Legends, because that's when the Infinite series started. That's when I started collecting the Marvel Legends figures. That's what I base my figures off of. You know, I'm a completist from that moment, from the Infinity series on to current present day. So that Green Goblin, Ultimate Green Goblin Build-A-Figure, the Mandroid Build-A-Figure, those were the first waves. So from then, every figure since then I've gotten, except Book of Ashanti, the San Diego Comic-Con box set. I wish I had, what we'll probably never have. But some cool things on there. It is a single release Hulk figure that a lot of folks have been wanting to get. The head sculpts, while I get they are not everyone's favorite, they are done really, really nice. The sculpt of it is awesome. It is very classic Hulk looking. You know, one thing I just noticed here is like you even got a little bit of that sideburn there. So it is very classic looking Hulk. I know people are saying it's ugly. Yeah, Hulk's kind of an ugly dude. So solid figure release. I'm very happy with it. So you guys let me know down in the comments below your thoughts. Are you picking up this Hulk figure? Are you going to pass? Let me know in the comments below. Again, ToySnowman.com, referral link in the video description below to save you 5% off. Get yourself a coupon code. So make sure to check them out, ToySnowman.com. Currently a pre-order, but he should be expecting another batch in soon. So check him out, ToySnowman.com. And there we go. That is my review. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and as always, thank you for watching.